I think having shared and genuine understandings of the problems and the types of approaches that would work to solving them is by far the biggest challenge.
There's been a real problem or kind of issue linking some of the good research that goes on with actually getting it used by organisations to take better action.
What's the sustainable option and how do we make that as easy as we can for people so that it becomes the natural choice rather than the hard choice or the thing I have to give up things to be able to take.
I'm Rachael and I work at the Institute for Sustainable Futures at UTS and help work on sustainability transitions.
I'm Grace Young and I'm the Chief Innovation Officer at What Watches.
I'm Luke. I'm a co-founder of the Research and Action Hub. The research wasn't really being driven by the need for strategic action, so it wasn't really asking the kinds of questions or produced in the sort of way that would really support strategic action. It then isn't really effectively communicated to the key people who are acting, because fairly often the researchers are not the same people who are kind of leading strategic action or really in the best position to act. And then on the other side, that research really isn't frequently picked up in a really effective way by people who are well positioned to act.
I think I got to a point where I became frustrated with having to just produce outputs that were just reports and academic papers and just thinking, nobody's reading this. What can we do?
We're always looking at designing solutions that are meeting the kind of needs or the interests of the person rather than necessarily just assuming, well, if we provide them the information, they will change their behaviour.
Our focus was really on powerful visualizations that would communicate what we do. And just an example of how valuable that's been, I think maybe it was 5 months after I'd had this initial meeting. I met this guy again. I was like, we had this meeting months ago. I'm not sure if you remember me. And he said, hang on, wait a second. And he found a piece of paper and grabbed a pen and he actually drew back to me the diagram that we'd made with parallel lines to describe our organization. And it was just such a moment of like, my God, it's actually helping people understand quite a complex idea. And I think they learn something through it.
Language does seem a bit insufficient a lot of the time, and it's not until someone external comes in and tries to draw what the problem is, and then everyone goes, no, that wasn't my understanding of the problem, and then someone says, oh, but that was my understanding. So it's been enormously valuable in getting everyone within our team on the same page and thinking through the problems in a really different way, which is a really amazing and unexpected benefit of having designers kind of embedded in the process, not just of making the products kind of engaging and look nice, but actually thinking through the problem of the research questions itself.
One of the things that I look for in a designer and specifically that I look for with parallel lines is to bring that expertise around these different ways and models of working to bear on the problems that we have. And it was really wonderful to kind of express to the team that that's the power of design. It's about engaging people in conversation to work out their own stuff rather than trying to tell them what to do. This kind of concept was really, really powerful to shift people's thinking about what does visualization mean? What does information design mean?
I think the thing that design brought was a kind of solution to that problem. And just having an understanding of what those alternatives are and the ways they can engage people differently and how to design different types of documents or other outputs to suit your audience has made me think a lot more about who I'm reaching through my work and how and who I want to be reaching as well.